I'm still surprised that I'm seeing the Phantom Assassin into the Morphling here. I mean, all the stars had aligned to make it a good Morphling game. I mean, you don't like playing against Death Prophet Silence, but even then you can have a Manta style to deal with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, ban the Slardar. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that hero is so strong right now. The Aghanim Shard on him, the 5 seconds of Corrosive Haze onto everybody that gets hit with the Slitherine Crush.
Yeah, it's just really good. Like when you blink initiate and get a free crush like that, and you're like, oh, I applied Corrosive Haze on 3 people. Neat.
Yeah.
And then you can like pick and choose who you want to like permanently apply it on, right? But yeah, it's a good one. I'm looking through the Abaddon here. They changed his damage talent to 15. And they increased the duration on Borrowed Time Scepter by 1, which is kind of, not that big of a deal, but I don't know. You could see more carry Abaddon with a 65 damage talent at 15. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good, and that's one of the things they were trying to push in this patch. I mean, that's a direct buff to Hector, who's one of the few people that have managed to actually run this pause one Abaddon.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
He can already pull it off. He's only going to be even stronger with that one. The 1 second, I'd say, actually does make a pretty big difference because it's like invulnerability. You got a star for your Mario.
True. Thunder Predator have last pick. I'm assuming this is going to be their offlaner, right? No one here wants to be in the offlane. You do have last pick for 5ManMidas, likely the carry. Now, Underlord could be a safe pick. They don't really need wave clear because Void Spirit's kind of safe and PA has blur. But he is good control for the Death Prophet and the Pangolier. I could see it. I could see it being Underlord here.
You can see it being Underlord. I can see it being...
Give me Pudge, dude. Just give me Pudge.
Tidehunter's still in the pool. I mean, he's broken in this patch.
I'm trying to think what Sacred's going to play, right? Sacred does play Tide. He also plays the Phoenix. His Pango is something he likes, but it's banned.
You need a Dangler here, Ricky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Danglers are your Tides and your Underlords.
Yeah, it's time to dangle here on Thunder Predator.
Someone just make space for the PA. Can fight with Void Spirit.
Yeah, I'm feeling a Tidehunter. I think Tidehunter is the best Dangler.
Yeah, he's a good Dangler for sure.
Close second, so I'm on a similar page to you here. Is there anybody else they could run under than those 2 heroes? I mean, there's Doom in the pool, right?
Doom got a good buff. In my opinion, he got a good buff.
Now, I thought Doom was pretty unchanged.
So they made the Infernal Blade no longer the Ags. It's now a Shard. It doesn't apply Break anymore, but it still does a pretty substantial amount of damage and stun. And then the Doom Ags now applies Break.
It's coming back to me.
Oh, they took Coddle, so one of these is going to be off lane.
Yep, and they brought back the Spirit form, but changed things around. He has Recall again. A couple of the classics.
Coddle is so different now. He also just got a completely new ability.
10 seconds.
Yeah, that one was... They changed
Solar Bind.
They changed Will-O-Wisp. They added Solar Bind. They gave him Spirit form, which works the same way for Illuminate as it used to, right?
Yeah, so Spirit form is now his ult, and his Ags is now Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, Will-O-Wisp is still the same way it used to be, but rather than stun, it just pulls you towards it, so you're able to walk away at the same time, right?
Yeah. Now, is that faster than the previous one? And can it not be killed? Is that the reason why? Maybe you can't kill the Will-O-Wisp.
Interesting. We'll have to see it in game. I haven't actually had time to test it out myself. I was playing a couple of pubs last night rather than testing anything. I didn't have a chance to watch Purge's 11-hour patch analysis. Or sorry, first impressions, not
first impressions.
First impressions. You don't. Purge obviously hasn't figured it out yet. He's not pretending to. This is just an introduction to the patch for 11 hours.
That's so funny, actually.
He looked so happy yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch much of the stream, but the guy is like giddy like a kid, like waking up on Christmas morning. It seems to be the one thing that brings him joy in current year. Terra Blade now picked up on 5ManMidas.
Yep. All right, I like this a lot. The last pick's Terrorblade is pretty good. Great at fighting into Phantom Assassin, as she typically does not deal well with super high armor heroes. It is going to be the Shu Abaddon like we expected. And they're going to take Sacred on the Void Spirit and Leo style mid Windy.
Yeah. Now, given that Drow was banned out by Thunder Predator, I was sort of expecting to see Terrorblade on their side. Bit surprised by the Phantom Assassin coming out from them. Overall, I wouldn't say I favor one draft heavily over the other. Leo Style has been absolutely insane on the Wind Ranger this tournament, though.
He really has.
He's 3-0, right?
Yeah, he is. And the other thing is that with this Wind Ranger, if you can get on top of Terrorblade or the Death Prophet, she should be able to melt them down. I'm pretty sure his goal, though, is to try and kill this Death Prophet as soon as the fight breaks out. And leave the rest of his team to try and deal with the Terrorblade, because they have plenty of magic damage between Shadow Demon, Void Spirit, MJZ on the Keeper of the Light, which we'll have to figure out how this hero works entirely now. They did revert his entire kit basically back to Spirit form and then gave him a new ability. So Mana Leak was essentially replaced with this at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're getting the old player base back by re-adding some of the old abilities. The 5ManMidas on the Warden, although that was never in Dota, I don't think.
No, it wasn't. They're realizing we're all boomers now, and we want the nostalgia effect here. So
yeah, they're selling us the Mr. Game & Watch. See Nintendo come out with that one recently?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, did you get yourself one?
No, I did not. Definitely not.
I see. I recently bought myself a couple things from the store, but I'm not going to run an ad for Nintendo while casting the summit here.
I don't think they deserve it either.
Ooh, get him, Ricky.
Yeah, screw them. Not a big fan right now.
You a Smash fan?
Used to be.
Ho ho.
Shu's just gonna walk in, gets a sentry down. They don't notice, but they do see him now.
Yeah, they zone him out. Sonic and Shu are both being pretty funny in the lobby. Sonic wanted to decide this entire match with a 1v1 mid. He was in charge of Thunder Predator. Unfortunately, Thunder Predator did take the bait.
Yeah.
I think Style would probably win that, though, even on a ping disadvantage.
I mean, he's pretty darn strong. Yeah, it'd be a little difficult. All right, well, a nice pull out of position here. The PA, the toss into Swashbuckle, and she has no place to go. The Spirit Siphon's just stacking up, and Sonic with the incredible body blocks pulling him under the tower. Pops that Fairy Fire. 30 HP. He's going to live.
MNZ, cool, calm, and collected. He might just want to suicide to the tower.
They're going to toss in Monster. Get the kill with the Swashbuckle. Yeah, oh my goodness. Well, he knows they have a ward there now. But First Blood going to the offlane Pango. I mean, we saw yesterday Monster on this Pangolier. He just crushed Arkosh. He was like the playmaker for the whole beginning of the game. And again, they're doing the same combination. Oh, no. That's not where their ward's going to be. Okay.
Mistake. You got to know where it is. That was MJZ's ward, though.
Man.
Not MNZ. So he lost the gold.
I mean, he wanted the money for it. He like gambled. He's like, oh, I know where this ward is, and ends up being incorrect.
A
could have been a salve.
It could have been a salve. There could have been a huge XP boost for him as well. MJZ doing damage control in this lane. And pause coming out. Kit's disconnecting from the game, and Leo Style dropping the all chat line at the same time. Thought something could be happening mid lane if that was the case, but there is nothing. Bottom lane, the one saving grace to going down on MNZ there was the fact that you would have had to sit in lane, wait for your courier to come out with the salve, which would have been extra slow because they slowed down with consumables. It does not have been able to CS. So yes, you do die, but your game is a little bit better for it.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of like trade your game for being better for Monster's game for being better, right? That's the idea.
Yep.
But the big issue was, like you said, not getting the ward. He tossed you underneath the tower, behind the tower at that. The ward had to either be here or over here. It had to be behind the tree line for sure.
I mean, this one is such a common ward spot as well.
Yeah, it had to be behind the tree line, and unfortunately, MNZ just does not guess correctly. Sonic taking a lot of damage from this Coddle.
Yeah. Just gonna get run away there.
Ooh. Illuminate. Gonna do a little bit of harassment. Coddle coming back into favor here, and I'm assuming a lot of it is just because the spirit form change, right? Like Solar Bind is pretty good. The magic resistance reduction scales pretty well, starting at 15%, scaling up to 30, and then you also have the slow. So as they try to move, it slows them more and more. Kind of like how Mana Leak was. So rather than losing mana, they lose movement speed.
Yep. I don't know. Oh, I thought it was called Solar Blind, not Solar Bind. It's like it doesn't blind you at all.
Yeah, no, Solar Bind. He still has Blinding Light in spirit form. It grants him both Recall and Blinding Light, but MNZ just takes down Sonic. He's just playing a little bit too low in this bottom lane.
Yeah. You're going to get punished for that. Your hero's got absolutely no armor. You've got boots of speed and no HP regen. Be able to rotate, if nothing else, after that.
Beep, beep from Monster as he misses a swashbuckle there onto the Coddle. He was very happy about that because that would have definitely procced Lucky Shot.
Yep. It interrupted his clarity, too.
Yeah.
I imagine things are going to slow down a little bit here in the bottom lane. So,
it should for the moment, but Sonic, I mean, he's back full health, full mana. If he's able to get an Avatos ever onto the Keep of the Light, he does die. Well, looks like they're trying. Well, I mean, they would toss him over to Monster, and at that point, you're really out of position.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to go for it. Avatos in place. There's going to be the swashbuckle. I mean, the Keeper of the Light. The bind, though, slowing him down quite a bit. MJZ chews through the trees. Sonic continuing the chase, but he does get the salve off, so he's going to be fine. That's a huge amount of burst damage from these two heroes. Monster does need to be careful. Does he have a... He has no bottle on the way. He ended up going this Wraith Band into Stick and eventually a Wand. I guess makes sense when you're against Coddle and Phantom Assassin, huh?
I think there's just no ward here now. This ward got to sit here for it's almost full duration. It's only got 2 minutes left.
I mean, they have to know it's there, right? After that dive, after finding him there.
Yeah, but I guess they just don't have money for it. They've, no, it's a healing salve and a Sage's Mask. That ward is going to sit there for its full duration. No one is going to kill it.
That's not ideal.
Radiant team in shambles.
Nice TP to the mid lane. Refill Leo Styles bottle here.
Yeah. The El Clasico of this patch. I imagine... oh, he messed it up.
What?
We got 2 bottle charges now. Yep.
Oh, I think he just stole one from... oh, no. Yeah, I don't know.
He messed it up. There's no excuse for that.
Avalanche toss. Leo Style has been found. They're going to toss him underneath. He just immediately goes for the TP, knowing there's a lot of damage coming out from these two heroes. No, he cancels it, and Shadow Demon's protecting the DD rune top. Leo Style. The mental damage this time. Oh, power shot off the mark, though.
Ooh.
Sacred. Falling super low. Monster goes down in the bottom lane, though, at the same time.
Oh, that's why it was off the mark with the power shot. They actually increased the duration of the banish there. It's 2.75 seconds now.
What was it before? 2.5?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
At least I think that they increased. It was 2.5 at one point. Okay, top lane.
Yeah, this should be a kill here. He's going to immediately use that Aphotic Shield, but you got 3 poison stacks, and you should be able to pop those pretty easily. He does, Sladen. So Aphotic Shield does not remove the stacks, it would seem.
It
cannot
does.
be dispelled. No, Shadow Poison cannot be dispelled.
Oh, they changed that one around.
It used to be when you dispel it, it applies the damage immediately, but now it can't be dispelled at all.
Interesting.
So that's a huge buff to Shadow Demon, which I did not notice. Sonic bottom lane taking a lot of damage, but Monster, if he gets a Lucky Shot proc, should be able to save him. There it is. Nice not blinding light, but a ton of damage coming out from that Illuminate. Monster has to swashbuckle up onto the high ground. Sonic, is he going to toss the boy? Monster not close enough. And look at that slow. The block. He literally has 100 movement speed. Oh my god, that's so annoying.
That was partially from the dagger as well, though.
Shu finds Sladen in the top lane.
They're looking to find Sacred as well, but he's got the shield from Resonant Pulse. Ooh, off the mark with that Aether Remnant. Not doing too hot right now. Terrorblade, he is behind the Phantom Assassin even still. They've done a decent job at contesting his CS.
Yeah, in both Net Worth and Last Hits. He needs to be careful, though. I mean, they are doing a really good job at playing inside the Illuminate, and Coddle just kiting out this Tiny. He's unable to ever close the gap, and just kills him.
Yeah, and this is only going to get worse once the boots come out on the Keeper of the Light. I mean, the hero has so much base movement speed already, 330. He's done a decent job with this Ring of Basilius as well. I mean, he only has to go the 1 point into the Chakra Magic, just wants the cooldown reduction, it seems. So the double daggers, the double slow coming up from the Phantom Assassin is going to go a long way.
All right, there's going to be a nice rotation in the top lane. They take down Sacred. They commit the meta for this, but definitely worth it if your kit's here, because you are going to be able to get level 6 off the wave. You can get complete solo experience here. Well, unless he keeps building poison stacks on you, Kits. Kits has lost 2/3 of his health. He has to leave now.
Now, did you see the Aghanim Shard from Wind Ranger that's come out?
I have not. Let me see. Oh, yeah, the global power shot, and it's an execute, right?
Yeah. Do you see the old... oh, no.
Oh, great rotation from Sonic. He goes straight from top to mid, gets 2 big kills, and now the Exo with this Arcane Rune is going to allow them to do a lot of tower damage here. He might turn his attention on over to Sladen, but hasn't quite decided. He does have quite amount of survivability with these Spirit Siphons, as well as these Exorcism Spirits coming back eventually.
Yeah. Just trying to take full advantage of that Arcane Rune there, right?
Yeah. So let's see. Global, but only hits 1 hero beyond its default range. Max 1 hero. Okay. Impacted hero will be killed if they are under 13% after taking damage from the impact. Scales based on power shot channel. Ah. Interesting.
Okay. So you can't just use it to globally farm or globally steal CS.
Yeah, it only hits 1 unit, I guess. Right?
It won't apply to regular units, just hero outside the range.
Okay. Yeah, it's basically like Ancient Apparition's Ice Blast to an extent, but it is not easy to hit. I saw someone using it yesterday. Monster bottom lane down to 100 MS again. Nice sidestep there. We'll be able to get him out of that dagger. Has to commit the Rolling Thunder immediately, and he rolls on out. As this PA and Coddle lane is really strong.
Yeah, I'm surprised how well they're doing here. I mean, the slow in between the dagger and the solar blind ends up like moving you to almost no movement speed.
Yeah, it puts you at base. It 100% just puts you at base movement speed.
Yeah, you just have to kind of stand there for the duration of the dagger and then start running after it, I think, because you're essentially getting the auto attack in as if you're not.
Ooh, he might have found MJZ, but not fast enough there on Tiny's fingers. He's able to just walk away. Oh my god, look at this slow.
He's limping.
It's so annoying. It's such a cool part of his kit too, because it works in the same way that Mana Leak did, where it's like you don't want to move because you know, you got this debuff on you, but if you don't, you're gonna take an Illuminate to the face. Bottom lane, they dive the PA here. She gets a nice Phantom Strike away. Sonic, he's going to be the first to dive again, but gets the toss off. Now RL in some serious trouble as Leo Style just burning into him with this Focus Fire. Gets a double kill with that power shot, and now Monster forced to use this Rolling Thunder, try and get away. Triple kill for Leo Style. He had a DD rune the whole time.
Yeah, just going to stand his ground and fight. Shouldn't have Rolling Thunder in that. Should have gotten out right away. Awesome by him, and he's having a great game, sitting near the top of the network chart with this Phantom Assassin. They do manage to take mid in response to Sacred and in response to Leo Style moving though. That was a heads up rotation there by Kits.
Yeah, I did not expect that. Just using his positioning on the map where he's farming to just push mid lane tower with this meta 0-4-4 build and gets the tower. It's a great hero to have possessed mask on.
There was no
Ooh, Leo Style, you're in trouble. Silenced up, taking a lot of damage. Will have the wind run when this is over, though, so he will be able to get on out of here. Sonic trying to close the gap. Does have Toss and Avalanche. The question is, can he close it? Gonna be a little toss into Pango. Avalanche to slow, but he sidesteps it for the moment. Swashbuckle off the mark. Leo Style, dude.
styling on him.
He's styling on him. You're right. MJZ gonna try and run the Death Prophet bottom lane, but it is 4 points in the Crypt Swarm.
He's just too good.
You're not going anywhere.
Dropping the all chat lines. Man, that was a sick play by Wind Ranger, getting out of that against all odds. And with the space he created, they created a 2K net worth lead.
Yeah, PA taking tier 1 top. They're losing bottom, so they are going to swap the towers. But MNZ, he's closing on the Battle Fury, and he's going to have it a really good time. He's got treads completed, the wand, and he's only about 1,000 gold away.
Radiant have fortified their structures against attack.
Over here in the jungle, Shu is taking a bit of harass here thanks to his own illusions. Slayton does a lot of work against him. He's just going to pop the Demonic Purge. Interesting.
Ooh, they're losing Sonic in the mid lane too. Is Sacred's just going to chase him down, and thanks to Coddle, easy stuff for them. So a 1-for-1 trade.
This is why they call me.
I think Leo Sai was hoping to line up that power shot. In fact, Shu, you're dead.
Wait, is he? Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice. Managed to catch it there at the end thanks to Jerry.
Well, thank you, Jerry. You will have your banana today.
He has earned one more banana after we taketh one away. Ooh, they got the shackle onto RRL here in the mid lane. He's just slowed so much. Oh my god, it's so annoying. That spell is really cool.
The Skywrath mage animation or what?
I think it's the same debuff animation that they use on the new hero's ultimate, but it just looks way more amplified.
Interesting. It looks a little bit like Mystic Flare coming down.
Oh yeah, almost does, huh? You're right. Oh, Kit's top lane. Good night, sir. Rotation from Leo Style and Sacred. Another DD rune going his way allows that focus fire just shred through him. They do take down Coddle. You know, it's some trade, but you know, you are losing the Terrorblade here when he needs to be the one farming.
Speaking of farming, MNZ's almost got his Battle Fury online. Just need working on this last 200 gold here to complete his Void Stone. Finds a possessed mask for himself too.
That's a happy one. Mid lane, they get Leo Style. They surround him.
I mean, he's bound to go down eventually. He's been playing very dangerously here. So we'll slow down his MKB a little bit. He might go something else after dropping like that, but he's so close to this Demon Edge and be able to blow these heroes up in no time at all. Royal Jelly now found. He'll pass it the way of Leo Style. It would have been nice if he had it before. Slighted thinking about having a taste for himself, though.
Right, he's going to go in, find both supports here. A nice Avalanche and toss. The Rolling Thunder immediately canceled. They do get a silence onto the Void Spirit. It would be a great find, but they do just need to disengage. A great 4-man Resonant Pulse doing some serious damage. Shu does have borrowed time. It's going to get popped. They'll have to disengage here on 5ManMidas, but the Shackle. What a sick time there from Leo Style. A couple auto attacks. Power shot off the mark, not necessary. MJZ secures it with the Blinding Light.
Yeah, and they go right down here down the mid lane to take down this tier 1. So getting a little bit of map control back from 5ManMidas. Now we're going to have to slow down. MNZ probably wants to move over to the jungle and actually use this Battle Fury. MJZ ends up getting vision of the creep camp so we can hop over to them, in fact. Wasting no time at all.
It's kind of funny. Monster has the chipped vest and he's going Blade Mail, so he's going to have the double damage return. So Blade Mail does how much damage? 20% of your attack damage.
And 20 damage, plus 20. It works a bit like return like that.
Yeah, so 20 plus 20%. Chipped vest does 26 to heroes. So 46 base plus 20% of the damage you take.
Yeah. I mean, if you activate that Blade Mail, it's going to be even more.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately for him, Wind Ranger almost has this MKB, but you're going to need a BKB directly afterwards. You're not going to be able to focus fire down Monster here on this thing.
RL gets found in the mid lane. A nice bait out of Sacred. Shu trying to keep him alive, but the focus fire is just too damn much. The Spirit Siphons, it's doing something, but they're going to get the kill here. RRL goes down. Beautiful kill there once again from Thunder Predator.
Leo Style, he keeps going. He wants to refill his bottle by grabbing their bounty rune. There's the economic damage, and he power shots to scout out the next one as he goes. And with that, pretty sure they're going to find kits.
Ooh, just out of vision, but Leo Style is going to find him. No focus fire quite yet, but power shot does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Wants to turn around. Keeper of the Light has decided to disengage from that one. And if you don't manage to get that initial shackle off, you can't win, run, gap that distance. You don't want him to get the Sunder, right?
Oh, sick guess by Sacred in the top lane. He is going to just... Yeah, he's got nothing left to chase. Never mind. He's close to an Ags, though. He's just rushing it instead of going a Yules or Orchid or anything this game.
Yeah. It's interesting that he opted to go with that one for sure. Would you prefer to see the Yules? I mean, the Aghanim Scepter, we talked about the break from the Phantom Assassin plus the Silence on the Void Spirit in order to deal with Abaddon very easily. I wouldn't have hated to see a Yule Scepter first, though.
Yeah, I think the Yule Scepter would have been pretty decent. The big thing for me here is how good that Ags is at dealing with heroes like Pangolier and Death Prophet, because they both are going these Blade Mail builds to try and reduce the amount of damage that, you know, this Wind Ranger is doing. But the big problem now is you don't have any like way to deal with like the rest of the team. Like this PA can still just one-shot you. Don't have any other defensive items. You know, you might be able to get the Blade Mail off, but they have a lot of control and a lot of jump.
Top lane. I think you gave yourself away on Sonic by planting this GG brand. Oh, Sonic actually gets the lead for now. He didn't end up revealing him with that blur. Sonic managed to gap enough distance. He went up there into the trees thinking that his blur would pop if he got close enough to Sonic, but he was still there. He's playing with them.
Leo Style pops this Invis rune. There is a sentry here, but it's not going to catch him for the moment. So Leo Style feeling pretty safe. He drops the sentry on the backside. It still misses the other ward here that Thunder Predator have placed in the jungle. So they still are going to have some value vision off of that.
Yeah,
Bunch of jungle items dropping.
Yeah, some pretty good ones too. That Grove Bow will go a long way here on Void Spirit. So he picks up the
Void Spirit or Wind Ranger?
Okay, fair enough.
It's because it's going to amp his MKB damage eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to take it. Void Spirit's going to take the Van Brace for the magic amp, which is also really good. So I think, okay, he's not going to take the Nether Shawl. I expected him to hold the Nether Shawl, but that's a great coddle item.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Shadow Demon, it seems. Okay, I mean, yeah, both supports happy to take that. Tons of magic damage coming out from these the 5ManMidas lineup, specifically Tiny, right?
Yep. Not committing this focus fire onto the Roshan just yet. I mean, he's still got a 50-second cooldown, and you just a little bit of gold off finishing up this MKB. You take Roche here, you get your MKB, you send out the Gropo with it. You're gonna be pumping up.
They're exoing right into the pit, but it's not early enough. Sonic goes in with a nice blink. He takes down the Wind Ranger immediately. Kit's on the back line doing some serious damage. The rest of the team just disengages Sacred. One more Astral Step away, but RL, he's really fast. The Death Prophet movement speed, it's no joke. Can they continue the chase? Sonic jumps on in. The Avalanche off the mark. He's gonna go to the low ground. Doesn't look like they want to continue the chase, and I mean, overall, I'm surprised that went as well as it did for them.
Yeah, I mean, they ended up getting the fight at the tail end of that one. I think the main thing was how quickly they managed to blow up Leo Style there. A lot of the damage comes out from him, so the toss avalanche combo landing onto him, the swashbuckle lowering his armor, and then the shield crash hitting him too. It was just too much. I think he ended up taking like 500 damage, taking up Roshan there as well. I saw like 500 damage from some random source, but MKB just about done on Leo Style, and I think that's where the game just like completely turns into Thunder Predator's favor. Yeah,
I think you're right. As soon as he has this, it's gonna be pretty big. He also did pick up the Quicksilver Amulet, so for heroes like Wind Ranger, as soon as you like Wind Run Focus Fire, it's just that much better. You have more movement speed. The attack speed doesn't matter too much, but it is just a generally good item. I still would have expected her to take the Grove Bow in this game. I think that's just better than the Quicksilver Amulet, though.
Well, we'll see. I mean, a lot of the time, one of your abilities is going to be on cooldown, so you get the extra movement speed and attack speed from it. We'll see.
Yeah, it's like roughly 30 movement speed.
Yeah, that's all right, especially once you get that eggs.
All right, they're going to find the Tiny. Nice initiation there from the Void Spirit. Easy catch. And he's a big part of the damage from 5ManMidas. Like, a lot of these fights, the only reason they're going well is because Tiny's able to blow up one of these heroes. And now your Tier 2 tower under siege. The Deso, the BKB almost done on this Phantom Assassin. Just trying to split push as fast as they can on Monster in the bottom lane. And Terrorblade top lane, I guess, doing the same thing. Going for his Manta now as he's completed the Halberd. Did he go doesn't he have an evasion talent? Did he go for it? Yeah, he did. He was the 16% evasion talent, and then he's also got the 20% evasion from that Halberd. Going for the TP out, potentially. They don't have vision on him. Kits? He has TP in 3 seconds. Oh my goodness. Do you think they guess?
No, he's
Looks
out
like
of there.
he's out. Okay.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, they didn't think he'd be all the way up there, so nice dodge by him. End up not going this way, but rather over here. Not what they expected. Sonic's got his Blink Dagger online over here. And I guess just looking for a potential setup or a counter initiation onto RRL, which I think is going to happen. A lot of the heroes moving towards her. Chu gives him away, though.
All right,
MNZ,
well, that's weird. The audio clip for that, whatever bind does not stop. Sonic, a huge initiation onto the PA, forced a BKB monster with a great rolling thunder holding them in place. They will take down the Tiny, the focus fire making quick work of it, but MNZ, he's chasing after RRL and he can't afford to go down to the Death Prophet. One more crit, the power shot from Leo style, able to finish it off, and now Monster in some serious trouble. He pops that blade mill, he has a swashbuckle, but he still can't finish off the PA. He's kept alive, another Remnant triple kill. Headshot after headshot. This guy, as we like to call it, an op main.
He's just having an amazing game here. I mean, he's gone down a number of times, but just because of how aggressive and far forward he's playing. Go for this BKB next. After he gets this, I think there's just no way they're going to be able to bring him down. Tier 2 tower brought down as well, and I think they'll make their way over for Abaddon in this shrine, or sorry, outpost inside the Dire Jungle. They're smoked up. They're going to find Shu.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, unfortunate here for the Shu. He has the borrow time, right? But I don't know how he ever gets out of here. Sonic debating on going in, right? He has this blink. Can he help the boy out? But borrow time finally going to come out. Sacred will hit him with that remnant, and eventually Shu will go down. Another kill going away. Sacred the toss into the base though. They caught Sladen. Silent swashbuckle underneath the tower. Okay, a nice find from Sonic. This Tiny, he does some serious work on this hero.
Yeah. I mean, she was Sonic's probably one of the saving graces of their team. He's been getting some amazing tosses backwards. I think, yeah, he's participated in most of the kills on his team. He's 8, a total of 11. I thought it was 100%. That was my bad. But that's how he managed to farm this Blink Dagger, right? Pulled himself up by his bootstraps this game.
That is indeed true. I mean, and he's got the Faded Brooch and the Windlace Tranquil, so he's very fast. Like, he's able to move in and out of these fights pretty easily, which is a big deal. Bottom lane, they're chasing Kit on the Terrorblade. He's got vision on Kit. The question is, do you want to keep chasing or by yourself? Aghanim Scepter, as we've pointed out, has been completed. He has those 2 charges in the AoE silence on the Void Spirit here. He goes in, gets the silence onto 2. On the backside, Monster, I don't know who they're chasing. It's going to be the Shadow Demon. He's going to throw himself in the disruption, saving himself because he's got a little bit of time there. But on the backside, Sacred plus Leo style, they take down that Tiny pretty easily. Dissimulate, gonna give him some space, but Pangolier in trouble. MNZ chasing after him. That Blade Mill protecting him for the moment, but Kits, he's just getting kited out. Sacred going on in, protected by a Glimmer Cape as well. And MNZ, he's got to run that BKB. It's expired. Kits, he's a lot of damage coming out here, but he gets pulled in. He's got to get asunder. He finds Leo style. It's a triple kill for Leo. It's about to be a quadra, making an ultra kill. 5 heroes go down.
Leo style just doing so much damage in that fight. I was a little bit worried because they took it when using focus fire on that Tiny. I mean, Leo style understands that Sonic, a lot of damage in this fight is going to come out from him, but it didn't end up mattering. The Terrorblade struggled to stay on top of any targets, and you still have that wind run on Leo style to fall back on. So just stood right in Terrorblade's face. 4,100 damage, or almost 4,200. Oh, sorry. Coming up on the Phantom Assassin, actually, as Leo style just styled on everybody there. You can't really get your hands on any of these heroes, and you put yourself so far out of position just to get Shadow Demon at the start of the team fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And they committed a lot for it, right? The Rolling Thunder was committed. The Terrorblade couldn't continue following them. Like, he's just solar binded. Has no way to purge that off. Like, didn't have the Manta. It was already committed. And, of course, no BKB. So he's just slowed down and held down on the backside. They do find Void Spirit here, and he is going to be able to Astral Step up, but right into Shu. Another Glimmer Cape saving him, but the dust comes out. The Monster just playing ping pong on the high ground. Can't get on top of the Void Spirit, and he's going to live. On the hot, oh my gosh, MNZ, he has no chill. He just takes down that Death Prophet in no time. Double kills, he gets the Abad, and now he's falling a little bit low to the Tiny. In comes Kits. Do they have the damage here to finish off Sacred on the Void Spirit? It would be a fantastic kill, but they cannot find a triple kill for PA. They buy back the Abad. Monster goes down to Sladen and Leo Style, and it's just pickoff after pickoff. Suddenly, this game looking so hard for 5ManMidas.
Yeah, and Monster wasn't able to do anything either. He ended up getting kited out by the Keeper of the Light and the Phantom Assassin at the start there. He tried to chase the PA with his ultimate on this cliff over here. Ended up heading over, hugged the edge, went over here, then just jumped back down to the Keeper of the Light on the low ground after that. And, you know, just stuck playing pinball back and forth over here with the Rolling Thunder. And if you can't take fights with Rolling Thunder and Exorcism, I mean, there's nothing you're going to be able to at a 21k net worth disadvantage.
Yeah, we see, you know, these double blade mails. It's like a, you know, it's a decent item, but it's not really paying off for them here in this game, you know.
Roshan is going to respond in another minute and 40 seconds, and I think you just hold the map until it does. Maybe get yourself these tier 3 neutral items and then go up for another 5 seconds. Chance of Quiver now found by the Wind Ranger. Okay.
All right, mid lane. Sacred goes in, throws a lot of spells. They're going to be able to follow this up. A nice Rolling Thunder holding 2 in place, but he's kind of by himself, and then there's the Focus Fire. More than enough damage. Pangolier does not do well in the open like that.
No. Leo Style heads up to the top lane now, and Kits is forced to get back, so no tier 1 tower. They're going to be able to grab top and just finish up this catapult in a moment here. And they'll set up around the Roche pit, I imagine. No need to rush this one. I mean, it can be difficult to push into the Tiny and the Pangolier on the high ground. If you get caught out on the ramp, he can just jump back and forth onto you. No need to play it risky at all if you can take it late, and you're able to take it late thanks to Wind Ranger and Phantom Assassin. MNZ just, walking through the jungle, farming up all the creep camps that 5ManMidas could potentially take.
Oh, shoo. Walked into a remnant and pulled on the high ground, forced the TP.
Oh, no. Spends the last of his gold on a town portal scroll, too.
The economic damage, as we like to call it.
Meant at this point. 10 seconds
Oh
left.
my god, a DD rune bottled on PA as she finishes the Eye of Scotty. It is going to pop here. They have vision. There's going to be the PA. This would be the target if you can get her, but she has BKB. Oh, they're not able to chain stun her here. She's going to look for the Death Prophet on the backside. Goodbye, sir. The DD rune, just too much. Double kill for Phantom Assassin. Is going to be able to continue the chase. Sacred looking for a Yule's target. They see Shu for a moment. Leo Style able to get in range, cut off that escape. And his borrow time's going to be forced here. The Yule's to delay that out. And this is going to be another 3 kills going the way of Thunder Predator.
Leo Style finishes that one off, and God, 460 damage per attack. Without considering crits here on MNZ, there's nothing they're able to do against this one. The Desolator ripping through this tower in no time at all. Assisted by that armor corruption too. I think this is it for them. 5ManMidas, they're not going to be able to do anything here.
Yeah, they're focus firing down mid as well. Monster gets found, and a Remnant's going to set this one up with ease. And guess what? In comes the PA. He plops the Blade Mill, but she doesn't really even care. She hardly loses any health. Blade Mill seems like an underwhelming item to me. I don't know.
I mean, it's great, but when you're losing this bad, it feels like it barely matters.
Yeah. Sladen, a nice aggressive blink, gets this disruption onto Sonic, trying to prevent him from getting a blink catch here.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind we have hit the 1k net worth per minute mark that you like to talk about, or just about hit it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the point of no return. Is Roshan respawns just going to make it that much more difficult, and PA closing in on Assault Kuros.
Yep. Once that one's done, you're going to have no armor left. PA and Wind Ranger just going to be able to blow you up instantly.
They're opting to try and fight this. I guess they realize they have no choice, but the Roshan, if MNZ gets a crit here, it's going to die before they even make it in time. Sonic, he has Blink. He's got to go in, but instead they just go for the Coddle. I mean, that's a fine, but now Sacred, he's here, and so is MNZ on the PA. The Rolling Thunder, it's canceled for the moment, but oh my god, the crits! RRL pops the Ghost Scepter, but he gets Demonic Purge. He can't escape. There's nothing for this guy. You lose both cores immediately, and the GG is just called.
Yeah, nothing they're going to be able to defend, especially with that Exorcism and Metamorphosis down. And Thunder Predator, such an amazing game number 1 here. Leo Style has been an absolute beast here on this mid lane Wind Ranger this tournament. It puts him at 4-0.
Yeah, that is not a hero you're probably willing to give them at this point.
Yeah, and 5ManMidas, you know, they struggled to find anything that game. I think the Terrorblade pick was pretty good, but you weren't able to find the same amount of farm. And Leo Style, he really popped off. This Keeper of the Light, I think, took them by surprise as well. The Solar Blind, the PA, Keeper of the Light lane. I mean, that won way harder than I thought it would. The bottom was just a disaster. I mean, look at these the player net worth graphs here. PA managing to sit like head and shoulders above everybody else throughout the entire laning stage.
Yeah, you come out of the laning stage and your Pango is almost the same net worth as the enemy Keeper of the Light. I mean, that just shows exactly how well that lane went for them. And Tiny, of course, is just super poor, about the same as his position 5, which is not what you want to see, right? Like that when you have this lane, Pango, Tiny, you're expecting to be able to find kills, but they just kited him around. Like Tiny never got on top of Coddle outside of the first, couple minutes. And that Solar Bind Dagger combo, I mean, you can't move. You might as well be stunned.
Mm-hmm.
0 armor as well on the hero, so just getting kited in these auto attacks, it really starts to add up.
Yeah, Leo Style as well. Just kill after kill as he moves around the map here. I did like what they did on 5ManMidas. You know, they responded to Leo Style's rotation, took that mid tower with a Metamorphosis, but even that, it wasn't enough. Bottom lane, I think it just lost way too hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's game 1. We've got game 2. It's a best of 3 elimination series here. So Thunder Predator versus 5ManMidas is going to continue after this short break, everyone. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a little bit.